Hello, friends. It's week eight of the Sweater Season Quilt-Along, and my plan today is to talk about putting the quilt together, obviously, but I also want to share some of my favorite pantographs that I use for a quilt such as this. So if you are planning on getting your quilt long-armed or you are a long-armer yourself, I'd love to have you chime in and see if you've ever used any of these pantographs. I'm going to share some of my tips and tricks and favorites. Or if you design pantographs and you'd love me to try one, you could just message me too, and I'd be happy to. But these ones I have definitely used, and I love them, and I can even show them to you here. So thank you for joining me today. My name is Jennifer Long from Be So Inspired, and I can't wait for us to get started. So 8 weeks ago, we began the journey of sewing together the Sweater Season quilt. And if you've been with me here since the beginning, so since January 18th, being it March 8th now, we have got all the rows for our quilts together. So we've got all of the rows. I've got them all just sitting off to the side here. I can't wait to assemble them. And they are all, they're all in here. Just trust me that they're all sitting right there. This week, it's just sewing sashing in between. So the sashing is, there's a great chart on the back on page 17 here, and it just shows you all of the rows and the size. They're all 2-inch sashings that go in between, and you're just going to pin, 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 and sew. And the reason why I say pin, 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 and sew is because you don't want them to stretch out. After you've done all of this work, just lay them out and take the time to pin them and make sure that, if you don't want to cut them to, we are saying 72.5 inches, you can measure your quilt first and find your most medium piece, I guess. And you can cut them all to that length, but cut them to that length, pin the edges, and then the center, and then pin in the middle. You don't have to have exuberant amount of pins, but you don't want to just free form. So because especially with a quilt this heavy and this size, as you get into the rows, you're gonna get stretch. It's cotton, and so you don't want a warbly quilt. So that is my tip and trick for sewing and piecing it together. And I can't wait for you to show me the whole thing put together. And once the quilt top is together, then you need to piece your backing unless you're using a wide back. And it's up to you how you want to piece the backing. I like to piece mine with the seam going horizontal, and that's just because I am also a long arm quilter. So I just like to have that whole seam on the roll bar at the same time, opposed to if it's in the center, then as it starts to roll up, it gets thicker in that one spot and thinner. So but either is okay. As long as you have at least 4 inches on all the sides, then they can pull it nice and pin it everywhere, and it won't catch anywhere. So a couple of my favorite pantographs. So this one printed out really weird, and I can't get it to print out better, but I have used it a lot. It's one of my favorite snowflake pantographs because it is quick. It has one snowflake that has some sharp points and one that has a little bit more curvy points, but it has these swirls in it. I'll show it to you. So it's called Flurry, and this is what it looks like here, and I just really, really, really love it. So that pantograph I use quite a bit. There's also another one by Intelligent Quilting, and it's called Twinkling Holly. So if you want it to look a little more Christmassy, that one has holly, but I think I'm going to probably use this Flurry one, but I'm going to show you 2 other ones that I use. This is also one of my favorite, although I scale it down quite substantially from this. It's called Midnight Sparkle by Kristen Hofsire. So it looks like this. And I've used it anywhere from just evening mountain ones. I used it on this pillow too even. Now I'm going to see if you can see it coming up here. You can see I scaled it quite, you can see it on the snow drifts there. I just love how it kind of has that wind, but then in the nighttime, it can also have that echo of a snowflake with the stars in there. And then this Ginger Ice is it's Apricot Moon Designs, and it's really great too. I like this one a lot too. It has the same snowflake, but they are in different spots. And I like that it can really nestle together, so you can't really see the beginning and the end. And then this one just takes a little bit longer because the snowflake is outlined, but it has like a really beautiful look. So this one can get away with being like a larger pantograph because it is outlined, and it's by Judy Valley. It's called Snow Day, and again, it's intelligent quilting. So if you can see that one, because the snowflake is outlined. So those are some of my favorite snow pantographs. What about yours? And we don't have to use a snow pantograph. Maybe you have a knitted pantograph that you like. I do have a yarn one, but I kind of feel, well, you never exactly know until it's loaded on the machine. Am I right? I never exactly know until it's loaded on my machine what pantograph I'm going to use. So right now I'm leaning towards this one, this Flurry and Snowflakes one. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. So yes, so it's been so fun. I really enjoyed this quilt along with you. If you don't want the fun to end, and I certainly don't want it to end, please come on over to the Be So Inspired website. You can grab another pattern. You can join our Makers Club, which gives tons of value. You get a quilt pattern, a doll pattern, and a craft tutorial every month for less than the price of one single pattern. You get them all at the beginning of the month, so it's just really fun. Lots of inspiration there. You don't have to use all the patterns, so don't feel bad if you don't, because if you just use one pattern a month, you are still getting better value than if you were to buy that pattern. And if you use a pattern in a tutorial one month and then not the next month, you are still getting better value. So it's set up that way on purpose to sort of like share and be all of these things and just really kind of pull all the inspiration together. So you know I love quilts, you know I love dolls, and you know I love crafts. So I just couldn't decide. No, it's all fun. And the thing that people find, they might have joined for the quilt patterns, or they might have joined for the dolls, but because they're getting these other patterns for free, they are more apt to try another pattern. And it's really I don't know, moving, I guess I can say, when people message me and go, you know, I've been quilting for 25 years and this is my first doll that I've ever made, and why did I wait so long? I'm just hooked. Or they say, I'm a doll maker and I've never worked with a quilt before and I didn't think I could until I got this pattern and I fell in love with it, and they tried it, and now they're quilting all the time. So to me, that just feels so amazing. And like, seeing as it's the beginning of March here again, we have our new set of March patterns. But if you join for the month, you'll get the March patterns plus the back month. So you get the patterns from February, and then you'll get them every month going forward. If you join the annual version, then you get all of the Makers Club content. So all the content that you can see under the Makers Club tab, that's what you'll get. So exciting. So it is March now. In 2 short months, Silent Night will be shipping. So shipping in May, and we'll be back again for sharing some great sew-alongs and videos coming up in the summer for Christmas in July, and some great tutorials for you for that as well. So if you love that fabric collection, I'd love to see some of you back here again for that, and maybe you can have your friends and your guilds come, and we can just have a little early Christmas party for that. And then, like I said, also there is the Country Life that is coming out in August, and there's going to be tons of support for that collection as well too. So if you haven't already, go to the fabric collections on the Be So Inspired website and check it out. Join the newsletter, and thank you again from my heart for being here. It means such a great deal to me. And I hope you have a wonderful sweater season. I can't wait to see all your finished quilts. Please, please, please tag me so I can share them also. Thank you, and have a wonderful day. See you very soon. Bye for now.